Hi, welcome to Pico Playtime, the video series where I play through some cool Pico 8 games that I've found that I think you might like as well. Today's game is called Jack of Spades by the developer BoneVolt. You may have heard of BoneVolt. One of the most active and high profile, if you like, developers in the Pico 8 community. One of the first, his Twitter page was one of the first places where I seen Pico 8 in action, and that's what got me into it, or one of the things that got me into it. So finally I have come to one of his games to play. This game is a kind of it's described on itch as a mix between a card game and an RPG. You've kind of got a turn-based RPG combat system, but there's a lot of card mechanics in there. All the spells and abilities in the game are based on regular playing cards. So say the 3 of diamonds will be a certain card, the 4 of diamonds, and the characters are all based on cards as well, and a few chess pieces as well. So it's a really cool game, and I wanted to show it because it's just really good. I played it through the first time round. Took me about 25 minutes, and I thought, yeah, probably more than that actually, probably closer to an hour. But yeah, great game. So let's get it loaded up. So I'm going to use load Spire. Now, this is a multi-cart game. So most Pico 8 games are just contained on one cart or kind of cartridge, and that is a way of kind of keeping projects limited in size and in scope. So you've got a maximum number of lines of code you can put in. You've got a certain amount of space for sprites and for graphics and for sound. So everything's very limited. With a multi-cart game, you can kind of chain different carts together to kind of give yourself more space. But you're kind of cheating the system a little bit because you kind of you just sort of like adding extra carts in. It's the closest thing you can compare it to is when games would come on separate CDs. So this is what this game. This is how this game works. It's how it's such a big game. I'm not going to get anywhere near playing it through in this video, especially if I keep rambling on in the intro like I am doing. It's quite a long game. I'm going to play through as much as I can, kind of talk through it. But before we do that, as always, we have got our pointless and stupid endorsement of an energy drink. It's another kind of monster, one of the big boys. This one is called Monster Punch. I'm not sure if it means punch as in the fun party drink, or if it means punch as in hitting someone in the face with your fist. As usual, it's got the a few various, they're possibly chemicals, they're possibly caffeine-based deities, listed around the top of the can. So L-carnitine, taurine, I've heard of that one, don't know what it does. Mix D, that's mix with 2 X's. Inositol, possibly an Aztec god, and B vitamins. Don't know what any of that means, so let's find out what it means. There's always someone who likes to mix things up at the party. The DJ mixing the music, or someone mixing the punch bowl to get the party rolling. At Monster, we like to stir things up a bit too. And inevitably, our next great concoction comes to life. Certainly is a concoction. Monster Mix D, a tropical punch sensation packed with a full load of our Monster Energy blend, so that's caffeine. It's sure to get the party started day or night, unleash the beast. So this is Mix D, but it says punch energy. So let's see if it's like being punched. It says it's tropical, so let's find out. Well, that's definitely tropical. Very cherry flavoured. I suppose the can kind of gives that away. Anyway, I'll be sipping on that as I play this game. So here we go. Now, when you're loading a multi-cart game in Spire, you need to make sure you get the kind of first cart. Like when I favorited the game, it was when I was in the mid-game, and it favorited one of the other cartridges in the game, so I had to go back, find it again in featured. This is the featured list if you're not sure. There it is. and that's the one that I want to play. That puts you onto the title screen so you can start a new game. I'm not sure what would happen if you tried to play or start the game midway through if you hadn't started the game properly. Don't know. So anyway, let's load up the game. Straight away, beautiful title screen. I like having a nice little logo in a Pico 8 game, that's cool. This, as you may have noticed, I've got a mouse pointer. Jack of Spades uses the mouse. That's some optional add-on you can get to Pico 8. I've never used it, maybe I should. And by BoneVolt. So let's get started. Now there is save data in this game, so I've already got my kind of saved game. Now sadly I'm going to have to clear that because I don't want to show you the game from the beginning rather than on my kind of second playthrough. So I'll clear that. This will erase your progress. Click again to confirm. Yeah, okay. Has that done it? Data cleared, okay. So we're going to start a new game. There is a tutorial which really introduces the combat mechanics really well. So that's nice to see. Especially often with games like this on Pico 8, there also isn't usually enough space for a tutorial. So games like this can often be quite impenetrable. Not the case here. There's an excellent tutorial. There are challenges, but I think that's like a beta feature. It looks like there might still be some things added to this game. That would be cool if that ever gets added. Anyway, let's start a new game. So, your little loading icon up there, that shows you that we're loading another cartridge. So, here we are on the world map. Here is my my character, the Jack of Spades. It's like the game's named after the main character. There's my house. So, you can move around on the map. You can move anywhere you want by just clicking where you want to go. And look, there are secret routes. I only found this out on the second playthrough, so there you go. A little bit of a minor spoiler there. Anyway, let's get an item. You found the super glove. You can now hold 7 cards at once. Cool. So these little battle icons are battles. If I didn't guess. Let's have a go then. So this is the kind of combat area. At the moment we've only got one character, our Jack of Spades, and you see he's got HP, 20 HP and attack power 6, level 2. Every time you complete a battle with a character they level up and that unlocks new cards. So you start off with, well, as you can see, only a couple of cards. So I want to get this battle completed so I can get more cards. By the time you get to the end of the game, you should, I pretty near, well, not, I'll say not near the end of the game. I had, on the last section of the game, I had one character who wasn't at max level, so getting your characters leveled up through the game is not difficult. It's all part of the game, and then your second playthrough, I think, comes down to more items and things and stuff like that. Anyway, let's get this first battle out of the way. So, we can cast, there's 2 kind of stages to the turn. We can cast spells in the first kind of stage, and then we press play, and then our characters will attack and we'll get attacked back. So let's have a look at what spells I can cast. Attack +3 to ally, yeah, put that on myself. And a fireball, cool. Now, the way that the spell system works, that was easy, you can cast any number of cards from the same suit. So if you've got a load of spades cards, you can cast all of those in one go. That all comes from one character. Each character has a suit of cards which they represent. So Jack of Spades is for the spades, and here we go. I don't know where these monsters came from, but they're sure not friendly. The Queen of Hearts joined your party. She can use heart cards. And obviously we get some other characters that we get further in that let us have clubs and what's the other one? Diamonds. There are some other characters as well, but see if we get to them. So let's carry on. There we go, another little secret there. See, now that I've discovered that there's those secret paths, I'm going to use them. One of the interesting things about the map, which I actually kind of like, is you can just click anywhere you want and just move there. So you don't have to kind of traipse through areas, you can just click to where you want to go. So let's carry on. Let's try this battle here. So again, at the moment we've only got 2 characters. Most battles you can have 3 characters in, and each character is slightly different. They bring different spells with them, and you can kind of play through the game however you like, which is cool. So these guys are both level 3. Let's just stick them in. It can become important later on the order in which you put your characters, but at the moment that's not too big a deal. So our Queen of Hearts, she is kind of a healer. She's got a few kind of abilities, like this is quite cool. She can summon plants, which are kind of like summoned creatures that will help you. She can heal allies, and yeah, good at healing. Now, an interesting thing, normally you can only cast multiple spells from the same suit. So if I wanted to, I could heal an ally and also heal an ally, but I haven't taken any damage, so I don't want to use those yet. What I can do though is cast 2 cards with the same number. So Jack will be able to cast his Fireball, and my Queen of Hearts will be able to cast her Seed spell. So let's Fireball these 2. So as you can see, both characters kind of take turns casting their spell, and then we have the combat step. So let's have a look. So again, I've got 2 aces and 2 threes, so I've got quite a lot of options here now. This is nice. Attack 3. We haven't taken any damage yet, so I don't want to use that. Those 2 will go well together, so we're going to boost Jack's attack power, and then we're also going to make it so he can attack twice in a turn, do maximum damage. I really like the way the different characters work. Each character's got their own kind of play style. The cards kind of support that as well. Combining the different cards together as well is interesting. Taking different teams. Like I say, the Queen of Hearts kind of has healing and summoning abilities. Jack of Spades is kind of like a... He's not very tough, he can't take a lot of damage, but he can do a lot of damage. So, yeah, combinations of the characters and finding good combinations is really cool. Anyway, let's... I guess we'll just have to cast some healing spells now because... Well, I'll tell you what, I'll save that one because... See if we take more damage later. Oh, there we go. Oh well. So you can see, each time you complete a level, your characters level up. Let's see if we can unlock another character. Lots of battles here. Oh, another secret area. Not sure what that's all about. Right, let's try and advance. So a nice strategy I've found is to, maybe not in this one, but if once you unlock more of the plants that you can summon, getting those out in the first turn where they can start doing damage seems like a good strategy. But for now, I'm just going to do loads of damage with our Jack of Spades. So the way most combat seem to go is one character will cast a lot of spells, and then you'll build up a kind of... I mean, obviously next turn I'm more likely to have... There you go, got some more hearts cards, so then she can cast 4 spells in a turn. That seems to work better than trying to get pairs of cards or, you know, 3 of a kind of thing. Enemy defense, yeah, we'll lower that. Heal allies, why not? Yeah, we'll cast that. Let's just cast everything. Something I was kind of expecting, which I don't think is in the game, which is a little bit of a shame, is I imagined that the kind of pairs of cards, so if you had all the 2s or all the 3s of a certain card, I imagined that those would kind of link up in a significant way, because obviously it's quite hard to get 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind. But there isn't really often isn't much point to doing that. Usually, almost always better off, or you seem to be better off, just attacking with all the same colour basically, but it's there, it's an option. I opened a portal to other worlds, of course I did, ha ha ha. Let's have an interdimensional party. Okay, things are out of hand, I admit it, ha ha ha. The Joker joined your party, you can use any card. Well, like Motorhead says, don't forget the Joker. Pretty interesting character this. When we get characters later on that don't actually have their own cards, the Joker is interesting because he basically unlocks all cards for a battle, so it makes it a lot harder to build up big kind of, well, you can see here now, I've got all the different suits unlocked now, but I can't cast as many spells in one go because there's more. The chances of getting the same suit go down because there's all the suits. You know what I mean? Right, anyway, let's use some of these spells. So, the club spells, the character, I can't remember what the character for the club's called, King of Clubs, is it? He's kind of like an archer, he has lots of kind of crowd control kind of spells. You can move characters around or move enemies around on the battlefield, group them up so that another character, such as Jack, can do a massive fireball attack and wipe them all out. So yeah, I like, this is what I'm saying about the way the cards, or the way the cards combo together. It's a really cool battle system, a lot of depth to it, which is really nice. Anyway, let's just cast a load of spells. What does that one do? Pull enemy twice. So if we pull enemies, it kind of moves them around on the battlefield. That can be useful if we've got characters that can do splash damage and things like that. And let's stop an enemy, stop them from attacking. Fire bomb, yeah, I'll cast that. Ally, yeah, get him attacking twice. Let's boost our damage as well. So what have we got? Anti-magic wind. Pull unit left, 5 damage if enemy removes effects. I'll pull unit, or if enemy removes effects on the enemy. Okay. Doesn't sound so good, that. Let's cast Fissure. Let's boost our Jack of Spades, because he seems to be our best guy at the moment. Nicely done, Jack. I'd really like to get some of the other characters unlocked to show you them. They are really cool. I haven't really talked much about the kind of technical side of this game, mostly because it's probably above my level of expertise. I've never used, I never tried to use the multi-cart side of things at Pico 8. It's cool to play a game that uses that. I'm surprised more games don't, because this is a really big game for Pico 8. I mean, like I said, my first playthrough, I said 20. It took me well over an hour now that I think about it, but it was so much fun. So there you go. High recommendations for this game. Right, let's do some damage. Push enemy back, yeah, let's push him back. The different kind of displays for what the spells do and the effects are well done. It'd be very easy for these spells to not really make much sense and for it to be not clear what they're going to do, but as you can see, with very short little bits of text at the bottom and the kind of indication on the screen with like the boxes and things showing where the attack's going to land, it makes it really easy to understand what's happening in combat. Like I said, with the combat system like this, it'd be very easy for it to just be really confusing and you wouldn't have a clue what attacks you're doing and things. I mean, think how hard, if you ever played a game like Shining Force, for example, the battle system in that is impenetrable the first time you play it. So yeah, BoneVolt did a really good job on this, making it easy to understand. and again, the tutorial really helps. So yeah, if it's not clear, this is probably one of my favourite games on Pico 8 in a long time. It's so much fun. You should try it out. Anyway, let's try and get through some more combat. I want to go unlock another character. Tell you what, these monster drinks, they are really nice. This is, I wouldn't say it's tropical. Not really. There's definitely cherry in there, maybe a bit of grape. But yeah, not bad. Very caffeinated. All that inositol is really making the taste all that much more impressive. And yeah, L-carnitine, my favourite additive. Right, let's blast these guys. We'll heal up Jack, and we'll put a shield on. Put a shield on Jack as well, actually, because they seem to be attacking him a lot. The way the enemies attack, they always kind of attack in a fairly kind of predictable way. They'll tend to attack characters in front of them, and also their position kind of forwards and backwards, I think, also affects which characters they go for. With the plants, for example, if you put a plant in front of your main line, those will kind of draw attacks away from other characters, which is nice. And obviously, if you put your summoning creatures behind your front line, they won't take any damage, so they'll kind of survive in the fight longer. Now, I've cast that spell, and I'm not sure if I actually want to do that. Fortunately, there's a cancel button down here. Undo all selected cards. Again, I can't remember what game it was, but I played a card game on Pico 8, and I don't think it had a cancel button like that. And you would commit yourself to stupid moves, and you'd be just like, what have I done? So, it's really nice to have a cancel button. In terms of other kind of card games like this, Slay the Spire comes to mind. Cool game, very hard, I'm not very good at it. Does that have a cancel button? Maybe? Anyway, this is one of the best card games, if not the best card game I've played on Pico 8, so yeah, it's almost as good as Punch by Monster. Right, let's so I'm going to put a dummy out. That will kind of soak up some enemy attacks. Pull enemy 2 times, yeah, let's pull one of the enemies, pull that one. Super Bowl, let's do it on this snaky character down here. Now you can see at the bottom of the screen where it says the name of the enemy. By the way, all the graphics in this, all the little pixelated characters, really nice, really cool graphics. I like them a lot. I like the music as well. I didn't mention the music, but yeah, it's really good. But I love all the little names for the characters and things. And look, it tells you what they do. So the bats have kind of a vampiric attack. They can steal your life, steal your health. So let's put a stop to that. So Joker's off doing his thing again. The animation as well. Having the characters slide around and perform their attacks makes it so much easier to follow what is going on. Again, these kinds of turn-based combat systems are a lot more difficult to pull off than you might think. So much of it comes down to having a really good user interface, and user interfaces are hard to code. So yeah, I have immense respect for what BoneVolt has achieved on this game. It's so good. This should be a full game, shouldn't it? I'd pay money for that. Right, let's lower somebody's defense. So I can see Queen of Hearts now doing a bit of summoning. As you get more cards unlocked and as you get more characters to use, you can really kind of chain up, or you can really kind of combo together some really impressive attacks, which is, again, really cool. Right, let's see if we can find it. There we go. Here's a character. The Joker must have something to do with those monsters. Let's find him. Oh, way ahead of you on that one. We've already got him. So, Jack of Clubs, welcome to the team. You can use clubs cards. With club sauce. Right then, so as you can see now, we've got 4 characters in the game, only 3 spaces. So this is where things get really interesting, because we can start kind of customizing our build, if you like. So let's have a go with our new character. As you can see, characters level up. So my Joker's level 7 now. Jack of Clubs is on level 4. So I want to play him for a few battles to level him up, unlock his cards. But like I say, by the end of the game, we should have everyone fully leveled up with everything unlocked, which is nice. So, as you can see, not having access to all 4 suits of card gives us kind of more options for casting big combos in the turn, which is cool. So let's have a look, what can I do? Boost attack. Yeah, let's boost Jack's attack. And let's boost everyone's attack as well. It's a good move to start with. Like I said, I could go on and on and on about this game and play through it, but as you can see, the video's getting a little bit long. I'd like to try and keep these videos relatively under control. So I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can get to the kind of last battle on this first section. See if we can beat it. We'll see, won't we? So, guess I have to speed up a little bit, won't I? Yet another thing that is in this game. There's a little story as well. I haven't really commented on it, but as you can see, there's little kind of character dialogue boxes between battles and things when you unlock new characters. And yeah, it's a pretty cool little story. Ooh, what's that attack? 7 damage, 3x3 area, can target the ground. Right, let's take out those 2 guys. Fireball, damage neighbours, yeah, we'll do that. 1 damage per HP is missing, so he's lost. Jack of Spades took quite a lot of damage, so that should do quite a bit of damage. Jack, when he gets fully all his cards unlocked, he has some immense attacks. So much fun to keep around. All the characters, like I said, are really well balanced, and it's really cool coming up with new strategies for them, especially when you get the items unlocked later into the game. So let's freeze that guy, pull this guy, put out a dummy, and let's do a super attack on that guy. So the dummy doesn't do any attacks or anything, it just draws fire, which is nice. Right, I believe the boss for the first area is around here, so let's just see if we can do a couple more battles before we get to nearly half an hour. My longest video on this. But it's such a good game though, check it out. Right, let's stick with our team from before. Sleeping Seed, shall I get that? No, I'm not going to get that now. Let's do a big old attack with our Jack of Spades. That's not going to do a lot, is it? Not taking any damage. That'll do a lot of damage though. Give him more attack. Let's just do that anyway, get it out of the way. Wow, that did 22 damage, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, was that just his normal attack then? Not sure. Static Cactus, right, I'll get one of those guys out. Sleeping Seed, we'll get that out as well. Corrosion, that's a good spell. That's a good spell as well. You see, this spell here is hitting all the enemies, so you can see the little box around all the enemies showing us what it's going to do. So helpful. Such a lovely touch. Well, I can really feel the power of inositol plus B vitamins running through my veins. That's great. Oh no! This hasn't happened yet. If a character dies, this is really cool, this I think. If a character dies, you can still cast their spells, they just won't attack. And obviously if all your characters die, then you lose the level, or you lose the battle, and you can start it again. There isn't any kind of punishment for losing battles. You don't obviously gain experience, so you have to kind of just retry, but you could try different tactics, try different characters and things. But I really like the way that you can still cast spells when you're dead, or when you're sort of out of the battle. Especially with the healing spells, you can often have a few dead characters, heal them, bring them back into the fight, and they'll start doing attacks again. It's a really cool idea for the combat system, and it's quite original as well. I've not seen that in any other game, but I was impressed with that. Right, let's try and do some more damage then. Stop that enemy. Pull unit left. Yeah, pull that guy. So the... what's he called? Can't remember this guy's name. Hey, nice one. Oh, one more battle. I want to get to the end section just to show you that. Right, let's keep our team together. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, Jack of Clubs. It's kind of like he has like a high critical chance, but he's a bit fragile. It's kind of similar to Jack of Spades. I think I prefer Jack of Spades more than Clubs, but it's still pretty cool to have around. He has some good spells. Anyway, let's use some of our fireball spells. I don't think I'll... oh, screw it, just cast that one. Yeah, there you can go. There you can see, look, Ultra Blade, pierce all enemies. So Jack of Spades gets some ludicrous attacks later in the game. Very cool. Let's have a look. Kills all enemies with 15 HP or less. Nice. So cast a shield. Cast a plant, lower their defense. Let's see if we can take some out. Oh, that was lucky. Didn't think that was going to happen. So I could really do with some healing spells. Jack's nearly dead. Let's try and stop. All allies attack enemy. Yeah, let's focus on this guy. Cast a dummy as well. Oh no, Jack's dead. Right, let's cast another cactus. Oh, there we go. Heal all allies. So we'll cast that. Get Jack back in the game. Now, because the spells happen before combat, he'll be healed and then gets another attack in. So that was really lucky. Oh, he's dead again though. Right. Let's do a big... now you see, remember, even though Jack's dead, we can still use all his spells. So he can still pull off a ludicrous attack step, which is what we're going to do. And obviously this spell now becomes even more useful. Jack deals 1 damage for each hit point he's missing. Well, he's dead, so he's got no hit points. So that's going to do, what, 27 damage? Nice. Like I said, all the spells in this game are really cool. It's there's lots of different strategies and things you can use. Really cool game, really cool strategy game. Nice. Right, this video is going on way too long. But that's lucky because there is the kind of end boss for this particular part of the game. Now, I'm not going to play through it because I think it's going to wipe me out, to be honest. As you can see, there's lots of battles that I've missed out. So I'm missing out quite a lot of experience points, quite a lot of cards. I think there's another character somewhere on this first level that I could unlock. So I'm going to show you him though, because the story in this game is so cool. Here we go. Oh, I thought there was some talk at the beginning of this. Anyway, I can explain what's going on. All these guys are all chess pieces, and they seem to have invaded this world that we find ourselves in. So we've got pawns, bishops, and the White King. And the White King has fear. I'm not sure what that ability does. So, as you get further into the game, there's a kind of pretty cool story about how these chess pieces are invading this land of cards and things. A lot of the monsters, I mean, I follow BoneVolt on Twitter and I've seen him posting screenshots to other games that they've made, and I recognise a lot of the monsters from his other games, so it's kind of cool that those little Easter eggs in there for you to pick up on. I think there might be a couple of Zelda enemies in here as well, which again is cool. Anyway, I'm not going to fight this guy because he's probably going to wipe me out. And yeah, this video has gone on way too long. I usually try and keep these under 20 minutes, and look at this. 35 minutes of me waffling on and drinking punch. Right, like I said, I'm going to get wiped out in this. Shall we just do a few attacks, see what happens? I'm not expecting much. Oh, HEAL is great. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you check out this game, Jack of Spades by BoneVolt. There's a link to the itch page for it. Usually I'd say the best way to play these games is in the Pico 8 console on Spire, but there's an executable version of this game which will kind of package everything all together. I would highly recommend you check it out. This is one of the best games that I've played on Pico 8. I'm so impressed with it. There's a lot of replay value. The actual playthrough time is it's one of the longest Pico 8 games I've played in terms of how long it takes to get through. And once you complete the game the first time round, you can loop back round and play it through from the beginning again with harder enemies, with all your characters' levels already unlocked. And I believe the second time through the game, it becomes more about unlocking extra items and things like that, which give you more powers. So much replay value. Yeah. What else could I say about this? It's great. Check it out. Anyway, I'll just close that now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Check back soon when I'll be posting some more Pico 8 games for you to look at and enjoy. And yeah, hope you enjoyed watching me play through Jack of Spades. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can do all the normal YouTube stuff. Click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, do whatever you want. And yeah, hope to see you again very soon. See you later. Bye.